Welcome back to Alpha Tactics.
Come here, come here. Are you ready for the most unrealistic conversation that we've ever had?
Yeah, that's debatable. About 3 years ago, that wasn't very unrealistic.
True.
Welcome back, guys. We want to talk about the zombie apocalypse. I know it's more than likely not going to happen, but I think it's every nerd's dream.
Oh, yeah.
So
Everyone has thought about what they would do in a zombie apocalypse.
or I mean any kind of apocalypse too. But specifically, we want to talk about if you're surrounded by walkers and you're Rick Grimes here. What would be your weapons that you'd like to have? So each of us have 5 choices that we haven't told each other yet. So we're blind on each other's lists, and we kind of want to hear from you guys too. So if you have your top 5 or what weapons you would go into a zombie apocalypse with, or crazy sci-fi scenario, not sci-fi, but whatever, fiction scenario. If you had to deal with zombies, what would you have with you? Or what would you have at your base?
Yeah, that kind of, not a minigun, not a helicopter, not a tank.
Right.
These are some, more realistic.
Trust me, a tank would be
Be
ideal.
great. Yeah,
But-
yeah, perfect. But gas? I mean, you're
Right.
eventually not going to have gas. I mean, you've seen zombie movies, you know how it goes.
Exactly, yeah.
But what? You go ahead and
You
start.
want me to start it?
Yeah, it's not necessarily the top. You were not going to list them top 5 what we'd want the
Yeah,
most.
not
It's just
most
going to be
important.
5
Right.
guns,
That you would wanna
weapons,
have.
knives, whatever. So
I think now that you say that, instead of doing like a top 5 scenario, I'm gonna go ahead and say a small caliber AR. So that would probably be my one that I would definitely want to have with me. I don't want to say large caliber because I don't think you would need it. So zombies, their skin's not necessarily hard, they're deteriorating and stuff like. If you could have a good solid, I'd say 5.56.
Yeah.
And run green tips or just a good solid ammo or whatever. I think it'd be fine. Just hit them with headshots. I mean, everybody knows you shoot in the head that kills them.
right,
As long as these aren't World War Z zombies, good
yeah,
gosh.
I agree with you. But I would say a shotgun
Yeah,
as something I'd really want close range, and you can take out multiple at the same time.
yeah.
I mean, you got birdshot,
Several sitting in front of you.
right, or buckshot. You got 9 pellets shooting out of a 12 gauge.
I agree with you. That's why I did shotgun too.
Yeah.
I mean, that was my number. I guess 4 or whatever you
Yeah.
want to call it. That's also on my list. I think shotgun's a good as far as up close scenario. If
Right.
you need it to go around corners and stuff, shotgun's going to take care of a zombie faster than pretty much anything else will be. I mean, obviously, because everybody's seen the movies, so we know what we're talking about.
Right. Yeah, for sure. Now he said an AR. I will have to go with an AK, 7.62 by 30.
Okay.
It's a larger round caliber.
Right. I agree with that.
And there's more of them.
Now that's where I thought. So seeing how obviously we're guys, if you didn't know, we're in the United States. AR is the most popular gun over here. It is. It is the most popular American choice of firearm.
Yeah.
So that's why I went with AR. Now, if we were in any other part of the world, obviously AK because that's their.
I'm still going to say AK just because larger caliber, the more popular. You can
I understand it.
throw them in the freaking mud,
Right,
do
the
whatever.
reliability's there.
Yeah, I mean ARs are very reliable. I mean people have debated over that for forever now.
But I feel like you have to buy a quality AR for it to be 100% reliable.
Right, AK
you don't
does-
have to buy
yeah.
a quality AK for it to be
So
100%
I'm
reliable.
going to say an AK.
That's a good one.
So-
That's a good one. I'm cool with that. I went ahead and full size handgun. I think having a sidearm along with your rifle and being able to just pull it up and hit those up close shots where you don't have to swing your gun around, you can just throw it on your back and then pull your handgun up and maybe possibly a flashlight or whatever else. That way you can see. Having that full size I say full size because there's no point in carrying a compact.
No, absolutely
at the
not.
end of times.
Right, absolutely
So
not.
specifically, I went ahead and went with the. If you want to pull that up for us. If we're talking about a specific gun, I would do this one. The 45, you have that extra stopping power. And not only that, with the FNX, you get that much more capacity. So, 15 rounds of 45, that's going to do a lot of damage to whatever zombies are in the building you're in or whatever. So,
Yeah.
I went with that larger caliber.
Yeah. I went with an AR-10.
Okay.
And, I mean, you're still going to have to find food. So hunting is going to be a big thing.
So AR was still on your list then.
AR-10, not 5.5, not
Still
AR-15,
AR.
not 5.56. Yeah, but something that has a larger caliber, something you can hunt with.
Right.
Something that would take down a deer if you could possibly find a deer, a hog, anything, because food's going to be scarce.
Right. That's true.
Right.
That's true.
And if you see a zombie from far away and you just want to have some fun and practice your long range shooting, there's your AR-10. Have fun.
As long as ammo is not a
Yeah.
situation. I mean, that's.
Yeah.
It depends on, I guess, where you are. I mean, if you can hopefully clear out your local Walmart before everybody else attacks it at that point. So
Walmart, you kind of screwed on Walmart because you're not getting much from Walmart. But
they got some ammo back there. They got hunting calibers. That's about it though. If you want any kind of AR calibers or AK, you're screwed.
Yeah.
Or even handgun.
Right.
Okay. Are we on to our next to last?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with a large knife. So like this one I have right here by Ricardo Villar. I think that's a good one to have with you. Survival knife, just a large knife in general. That way you have, if you need to skin a deer or skin something for whatever food you needed, or if you need to, if you are up close and you just need to cut and save your ammo, you have that opportunity there. Right. So I think a large knife. I wouldn't say a carry knife or your little pocket knife because that's just not going to be big enough. And if you have this, it's good for all purposes.
Yeah.
So
I'll kind of stay on par with you, but I said a machete.
Okay.
A little bit larger blade, just in case you do have to use it as an actual, cut a zombie's head off.
Right.
And then you also can, trees.
Yeah.
In case you need tree limbs, right? Yeah, brush.
Camp out.
Yeah, I mean, you need firewood.
That makes sense.
Something like that. Just to me, this would be a little too small. I would want something a little larger in case I do have to fend off.
Well, I
run out of ammo. I need something.
I agree with you. I think that's kind of why I went with larger knife and even the serrated ones because you can still do that kind of stuff you need to, especially with this Ricardo Villar. It's so thick. It's made to beat on pretty much anything and not break.
I just wouldn't want to get that close to a zombie.
That's true. That's true.
I would say a sword, but a sword is a little bit too long, a little too heavy.
Yeah.
So that's why I went with a machete.
It's kind of funny because I put a katana on my list.
You've been watching too much Walking Dead.
Right. I know. Yeah. Okay. So I did. I pulled a Michelle. The katana. Now, the reason I say that, and I think I have a good reason behind it. So, like you said, with the sword, it might be unrealistic to think of, but it depends on what sword. So the katana is really lightweight. And if you get a true katana, it'll hold its edge forever. So my kind of thinking behind it is if you have a base and you're able to see, if I took the katana out and possibly had my pistol on me too, I could conserve ammo because there's no telling how much ammo you're looking at having in the end times like that either. Yeah. So being able to have the knowledge of reloading might even help you. So that's why I say katana. I mean, I think that gives you good distance away from them. You can still cut them up if you need to clear out a spot. If they're infested in this spot, you need to clear them out and don't want to waste ammo. That's a perfect thing to go with.
You quite literally missed the best option there was in a zombie apocalypse.
For a weapon?
Yes.
What?
A bow and arrow.
Oh, man.
You can make your own arrows.
I'm not Daryl.
You're never going to, doesn't matter. You're never going to run out. You can make them out of trees, rocks.
I'm not that talented either.
It doesn't matter. You can learn, but with regular firearms, you can run out of ammo. A sword, hey, it works, but
I mean, I get it.
You have no distance. Plus, you can hunt with a bow and arrow.
To me, it's like retrieving your ammo in a horde of zombies, or retrieving your arrow. Excuse me.
You don't have to retrieve it. Make some new. You have a machete, sword, whatever.
It's not realistic.
That is realistic. Mm-hmm. When it comes to a zombie apocalypse,
all of your arrows, that's realistic.
I mean, retrieving would be great, but you can still make them out of wood, rocks, like they did back in the day. Hey, you better do whatever you can in a zombie apocalypse because you don't know what you're going to have,
that's true.
What you're going to have to work with.
I'll be honest.
You better learn and make it work.
I didn't think of it. So,
man, and if it was a compound bow or just a regular bow, and even you can make a bow.
Yeah, you can. So I get it. That's why you should have a big knife. That way you can carve out something.
Or a machete. So, I mean, but you missed the best weapon.
I did miss
for a zombie apocalypse.
I probably would have put that on my list. Honestly, I probably would have traded out. I don't want to trade out the katana. I'd probably trade out the large knife.
No, I feel like the knife would be better than the katana.
The survival knife. See, I'd probably trade out the katana. Yeah. I don't know. I'm going to stick with the katana just because I think you don't have to worry about conserving any kind of ammo, arrow, nothing with that. So
true. That's why I said machete. It's mid-length.
You can do kind of everything.
Yeah, a little bit of everything. So, and make, your own bow and arrow.
Yeah.
So,
whatever. Anyways, guys, thank you guys for watching. If you would support the page like you've been doing, please leave us a comment, like, subscribe, do all that good stuff. And if you want, check out our Patreon in the description. That helps us out. This stuff gets kind of expensive when we go to shooting guns and whatnot. I know we haven't done a lot of shooting videos here lately.
Right.
We kind of seen this format, and
Yeah.
it works, and it's fun to do and fun to interact with you guys.
And we've had a lot of rain too, so that's part of another reason.
It's been kind of wet outside.
Right. Another thing I want to bring up, we have these shirts.
Yeah.
You know, if y'all are interested in merch, maybe we could, you know, eventually get some more shirts or hats or something done.
It's got our logo on the back of it. I
Right.
like it. It's a good design.
Yeah, I mean, if a lot of y'all are interested in it, we may go ahead and get some and get a website and get them put up for sale. But we just kind of want to know what y'all think. You know, would y'all be interested in it?
Yeah, leave your comment.
So, yeah.
Let us know.
Let us know something.
Thanks, guys, for watching. Y'all have a good one, and we'll see you in the next one.